J-Hope's US schedule has been canceled. Jin's brother got angry at BTS fans. Jin is refusing to release his own content at the moment. J-Hope gets real and talks about marriage and more BTS news. Watch till the end to find out more. In a shocking turn of events, J-Hope's US schedule has been canceled. Recently, Big Hit Music announced that an event planned for J-Hope in the United States has been canceled. This event was supposed to be a part of a television appearance in the US and was listed as coming soon on J-Hope's promotional schedule. Unfortunately, due to some local issues that were not detailed, this event set for March 13th is now off the schedule. The agency shared this news through a statement, mentioning that unavoidable local circumstances were the cause of this sudden change. They thanked fans for their understanding and support, and said they would provide updates about J-Hope's schedule in the future. This cancellation comes just as J-Hope is about to start the US part of his first solo tour called Hope on the Stage, which is set to begin in New York on the same day the TV appearance was planned. Fans are guessing why this cancellation happened. One fan thought it might be because of the current protests in New York City, or problems getting the needed permits to film. This fan mentioned protests related to the arrest of a student from Columbia University by ICE, leading to serious concerns and legal actions. This student, who has a green card, had participated in protests last year. Jin is refusing to release his own content at the moment. On March 9th, during a live stream on Weverse, BTS member Jin talked about why he decided to stop releasing his own stuff for a while to support his bandmate J-Hope's solo tour. Jin wanted to make sure he didn't take away any attention from J-Hope's concerts and public events. Jin shared that instead of putting out new music, he's been keeping busy with personal things like work and video games. He chose to cheer for J-Hope quietly, without making a big show of it. This move was really well received by fans, who took to social media to express how much they respected Jin's thoughtful decision. They liked that Jin was giving J-Hope the chance to shine and remembered that Jin had done the same for other band members when it was their turn. Fans on social media really praised Jin for his actions. They talked about how polite he is, and how he keeps a respectful distance when it's another member's turn to be in the limelight. Many fans pointed out that Jin is a great role model for support and respect within BTS, and they hoped that the other members would treat him with the same kind of respect and support. The response from the fans shows how much they value Jin's selfless attitude and the close friendship among the BTS members. They think the way the band supports each other is something other people should try to follow. This strong sense of unity and support helps make BTS very popular all around the world, making their fans love them even more. Dispatch mentions Suga for the first time since being accused of reporting false information about him. The South Korean media company Dispatch sent out a birthday message to BTS member Min Yoongi on his 32nd birthday. However, this kind gesture wasn't taken well by many of his fans because of Dispatch's past issues with the artist. Before this, Dispatch had gotten in trouble and even had their social media account temporarily suspended because fans believed they had unfairly criticized Suga after the incident from last year. Regarding the incident, fans thought that Dispatch and another media outlet, JTBC, reported on it too soon and inaccurately, which they felt harmed Suga's reputation. Because of intense backlash from BTS fans, Dispatch's social media account was temporarily suspended. After their account was back online, Dispatch tried to reach out by posting a birthday wish to Suga on their now active social media handle, Korea Dispatch, on March 9th. But this action didn't fix the damaged relationship between the media outlet and BTS's fans. A lot of fans replied to the birthday message showing that they were still upset and distrustful. They made it clear that they hadn't forgotten or forgiven what they saw as harmful actions by Dispatch against Suga. Some fans even questioned if Dispatch was truly sorry for their past reporting, asking for a public apology and reminding them of their upset feelings. One fan specifically asked if it was hard for Dispatch to make the birthday post, suggesting that Dispatch might face another account suspension if they didn't change their ways. This whole situation shows the tension that can exist between the media and fan groups, especially when it involves popular celebrities like BTS members who have very dedicated and outspoken fans. Jin's brother had to intervene after fans invaded his family's privacy. Recently, a video surfaced on Instagram that showed BTS's Jin having dinner with his dad, which quickly caught the attention of fans and spread across various social media platforms. The video was initially shared on a BTS fan page, and soon, Jin's older brother, Kim Seok-young, intervened by commenting on the fan page. He requested the removal of the video to protect their father from media exposure, stating his preference that his father not be exposed in this way. His request prompted BTS's fan base to take action, urging others to respect the artist's personal space. In response to Kim Seok-young's appeal, many fans reached out to the person who posted the video, asking for its removal. This group effort resulted in the video being taken down from the original account. However, it had already been shared by others on different social platforms, which complicated efforts to completely remove it. Several fans expressed frustration with the ongoing breaches of privacy, emphasizing the importance of respecting the personal lives of celebrities and their families. One fan openly criticized those who shared the video, pointing out the inappropriateness of sharing private moments of Jin with family members during personal time and expressing embarrassment over the fandom's actions. Further community reactions reflected disappointment that a family member had to intervene. Some fans highlighted the contradiction between claiming to support and trust BTS and actions that invade their privacy. Comments such as calls for learning to respect their privacy and pleas to leave Jin's family alone were prevalent. These comments stressed that everyone deserves privacy and that fans should respect this basic right. Many continued the dialogue by emphasizing the importance of limiting interactions to official content and respecting the artists as public figures without overstepping into their private lives. The incident shows the challenges celebrities face in maintaining privacy and demonstrated the significant role fans can play in promoting respect for personal boundaries within the community. J-Hope makes the shocking confession that he might never get married. In the recent episode of MBC's reality show I Live Alone that aired on March 7th, J-Hope opened up about his thoughts on marriage and his career during a trip to Los Angeles with his older sister, Jung Ji-woo. This episode gave fans a closer look at his personal life as he shared some intimate moments with his sister. While they were having dinner, J-Hope and Ji-woo had a deep conversation about family. Ji-woo encouraged him to call home more often, and J-Hope joked that not calling often might just be because he's a son. They then talked about marriage, and J-Hope revealed that he's not sure if he can get married because he loves his job so much. He explained that as he gets older, he thinks about marriage more, but worries that his strong commitment to his career could get in the way. Back in the studio of I Live Alone, the host discussed this part of the conversation. Host Park Naray asked J-Hope if he really thought he might not get married because of his career, and J-Hope shared that his work as a musician and the achievements he aims for are what drive him, which might make having personal commitments tough. I Live Alone gives an unscripted peek into the daily lives of single celebrities, blending real-life moments with entertainment. During his time on the show, J-Hope also talked about the pressure he feels in his music career, especially when working with well-known producers. He mentioned that he likes the music he's working on, but is also a bit worried about meeting the high expectations that come with his projects. He was open about the personal challenges he deals with, saying that he shares a lot with his family but also believes in handling some things on his own because he feels he should be strong. The episode also covered lighter topics when Ji-woo brought up that she and her husband were thinking about starting a family. J-Hope was excited about the idea of being an uncle, talking about how much fun he would have with a nephew, or how he would spoil a niece with lots of gifts. Fans get emotional as J-Hope talks about Suga. J-Hope also talked about his upcoming solo tour in a detailed interview with Rolling Stone. He shared how he's getting ready for the tour and his work relationship with Suga, who successfully completed his own solo tour back in 2023. During the interview, J-Hope explained that he had asked Suga for some tips on planning the structure of his tour. He pointed out that although both of them bring their unique talents to their performances, he has designed his show to highlight his personal style and will include performances with a live band. This exchange shows how supportive the BTS members are of each other, which helps them grow both individually and as a group. Fans were very excited on social media after hearing about J-Hope's discussion with Suga. Fans shared how much they appreciated Suga giving advice based on his own tour experience, and they loved the idea of J-Hope using that advice for his own plans. One fan mentioned how they had predicted J-Hope would go on tour, using Suga's previous success as a kind of guide for what J-Hope could do. Other fans talked about the strong connection between BTS members, noting how they genuinely root for each other's success and aren't competitive with one another. Social media comments also noted that J-Hope had taken some ideas from Suga's tour, but had adapted them to make his tour uniquely his own. This shows how the BTS members learn from each other, but also keep their individuality, which fans really respect. Additionally, fans got very emotional when J-Hope brought up Suga, especially since Suga hasn't been as publicly active since August 2024. Hearing J-Hope mention him made fans feel reassured about Suga's ongoing influence and presence, which led to many heartfelt reactions from the community. The excitement for J-Hope's tour and the warm interactions between him and Suga really highlight the close friendship that defines BTS. This team spirit not only helps them grow in their careers, but also strengthens their bond with their fans worldwide, securing their status as global music icons. Jin is launching a new show independent of BTS. Jin is gearing up to add some fun to Netflix with a new variety show called Kian's Bizarre B&B, where he stars alongside Ji Yeon and Kian, 84. The show is all set to debut on April 8th and will feature the trio managing a one-of-a-kind bed and breakfast that boasts a rock-climbing wall and 2 slides leading directly into the ocean. The series will follow Jin and his co-stars as they step into the hospitality world for the first time, opening their doors to friends and guests. A sneak peek in the first official teaser trailer shows Jin putting his customer service skills to the test. The show promises to deliver a mix of laughs, a few blunders, and touching moments as the trio figures out how to run their B&B. Kian's Bizarre B&B takes place on a scenic island and will kick off by releasing its first 3 episodes on the premiere date. After that, new episodes will be released weekly for the next 3 weeks. Jin has been thinking about doing a variety show for quite some time. Almost 3 years ago, he expressed his interest in participating in a show that would make him happy, independent of his work with BTS or his music career. In an interview with Weverse magazine in 2022, Jin said that while variety shows can be tough, they're also a great way to have a lot of fun and laugh a lot. This isn't Jin's first time on a variety show. Following his mandatory military service, he started Run Jin. With Kian's Bizarre B&B, Jin is taking an exciting new step in his career, diving into more personal and enjoyable projects while continuing to develop his music career. This new show is a big move for him as he balances his ongoing music work with fresh endeavors in the entertainment world. A new documentary exposes BTS fans. The documentary Forever We Are Young is set to have its world premiere at the South by Southwest Film Festival, SXSW, in the United States on March 11th. This film dives into the worldwide fan base of BTS, known as ARMY, and will be shown in a festival section called 24 Beats Per Second that features films related to music. For 3 years, the filmmakers traveled to various locations including Seoul, Los Angeles, Texas, and Mexico City. Their goal was to meet face-to-face with fan members to conduct interviews and capture what makes this fan culture so special and different. The documentary is co-directed by Patty Ann, a professor at the University of California. It focuses on the powerful message of BTS's Love Yourself and its significant influence on their fans, which sparked a new and transformative type of fan culture. Patty Ann points out that this culture goes beyond just being fans of a band. It's about spreading kindness, joy, and building a strong sense of community. She describes the rise of ARMY as a revolutionary cultural phenomenon that has changed the way we think about fandoms. Grace Lee, who co-directed the film with Anne, also noted that ARMY mirrors the values BTS promotes through their music and represents a shift in broader cultural dynamics. The documentary shows how people from diverse backgrounds come together under the name of ARMY, supporting each other and celebrating their differences, values, and collective strength. A spokesperson from the production team said that the film is a tribute to all who love BTS and a heartfelt love letter to ARMY. The documentary is designed to offer both comfort and inspiration, illustrating how a community can bridge gaps across gender, race, and nationality to offer hope in a world that often seems divided. Hee Jin was accused of illegally intervening to steal new jeans away from Hybe. In a significant legal battle unfolding in the Seoul Central District Court, Adore and its former CEO, Hee Jin, are at the center of allegations concerning possible interference with the contractual agreements of the K-pop group NewJeans. This case brings to light accusations of tampering, a serious charge where it is alleged that a third party, in this case the former CEO, engaged with the group without the agency's permission, while their contractual obligations to the agency were still active. The dispute reached the courts on March 11th, where during the initial hearing, Ador presented compelling evidence that suggested Hee Jin, in collaboration with Sejong law firm, had a direct hand in crafting the notification for NewJeans' contract termination with Ador. Specifically, the document in question, a PDF sent to Ador, contained metadata indicating it was authored using an account registered to S&K, a name associated with Sejong law firm. This discovery was significant because it pointed to the law firm's involvement prior to being officially recognized as NewJeans' legal representation. The controversy first became public on November 28th, when NewJeans held an unplanned press conference declaring their decision to terminate their contracts with Ador. At this juncture, the group stated they had not yet secured legal representation. However, by January 2025, NewJeans formally announced that Sejong law firm was representing them, citing previous interactions between the firm and Ador, as well as Hybe, as the basis for their choice. During the court session, Ador meticulously outlined a timeline to bolster their tampering claims against Min. This timeline began with NewJeans' formal request on November 14, 2024, for Ador to take corrective actions to address certain concerns. Following this, Hee Jin stepped down from her position as CEO on November 20th. Mere days later, on November 28th, and just before the midnight deadline on November 29th for Ador to respond to NewJeans' request, NewJeans announced their contract termination. Furthermore, Ador introduced additional evidence, including Kakao Talk messages and emails retrieved from Min's phone, which featured conversations and language that were notably similar to those used by Sejong in a previous legal dispute between Min and Ador in May 2024. However, some procedural errors were noted in these documents, such as outdated references to the year which should have been revised to reflect the correct timeline. The case is set to conclude with a final hearing scheduled for March 14th, by which all involved parties are required to submit all remaining evidence and comprehensive arguments. Additionally, NewJeans' legal representatives have been tasked with compiling and presenting a detailed list of justifications for the group's decision to terminate their exclusive contract with Ador. The outcome of this case is poised to have significant implications, potentially affecting the legal standing of the injunction and the professional relationships between the involved parties. This case underscores the complexities of contractual relationships in the entertainment industry and highlights the critical nature of legal representation and adherence to contractual obligations.